Okay guys, so we're going to talk about color balance quickly. So you're going to go on and you're going to download the color balance sampler. So I'm going to click here on this document and then I can hit the download. So I'm going to go ahead and download this. And again, that should pop up right there. I'm going to double click and that is going to open it in Photoshop for me. If you close the web page, you can always find that in your downloads folder. All right. So just a quick, what is color balance? While that's opening up, color balance is going to allow you to shift the balance of colors in your image, right? It's impacting the colors. So if you've taken a photo and things are, oh, it's a nice sunny, you know, the sunset has gone down, but then you look at the photo and, oh, it doesn't look as warm and beautiful and glowing as it should have. Or maybe you take a picture of snow and things look kind of blue. The color balance is off, so we need to color balance it. So we're going to shift the colors, and you can do it for, you know, to kind of make it look like the correct time of day. It might be an artistic choice. So you can see this one looks very warm and glowing, and this one's kind of like a cold, overcast day. So you can use it artistically to kind of make your photo look like it was taken in different light. You can use it to help create a mood, right? Makes things look a little bit darker and cooler. And you can also just use it to make it look like what you saw in person was what you saw, what you see on the photograph. All right, so where did my Photoshop go? There it is. All right, so here's the color balance sampler. All right, so I've got this open. I'm going to read the instructions. Remember, I'm making the images on the right match the sample images there on the left. So first thing I'm going to do is stop my name on here. So I'm going to open make sure my layers are open. And if they're not, remember you're going to go to Window Layers. And I'm going to always work in the photography workspace. I'm going to reset this. I like closing this. Libraries, I just like to close this because it gives me more room for my layers. All right, and now I'm ready to work. So the bottom one says don't edit, so I'm not going to do anything there. This layer here, I'm going to add my name. So to add my name, double click on the T, double click, and you're going to type your name. I'm going to write Miss Dreon, checkbox. Okay, if you missed that, I'm going to Control Z it, double click on the T, double click, Miss Dreon, checkbox. Perfect. All right, I'm ready to move on. So ocean. All right, this is my first image. It says use the color balance slider. Make the overall image appear more blue. I messed up. I should have actually written cyan, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to open my little yin yang. And I'm going to open up color balance. All right, and you can see I have different channels of color. Let's try sliding these around. You can see it's shifting the colors in my image. All right, I don't want to shift everything right now. Let me zoom out. My whole picture is going crazy. So I need to use what's called a clipping mask so it only impacts the one. So let me delete this and let's restart. So I'm going to use my little yin yang, color balance, and then I need to immediately put a clipping mask on. So I'm going to right click and say create clipping mask. And you can see there's a little down arrow, so it's applying it to this image. If you mess up and put the clipping mask on this image, you can see it disappeared. So if your image disappeared, it's because you put the clipping mask on the wrong thing. Undo is Control Z. You can also release the clipping mask by right click and say release. Okay, so those are two options if you mess up. All right, so I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to do it right this time. Color balance, right click, clipping mask, and now I'm going to adjust the cyans. There we go. Drag that over. Does that look like it's matching? That looks pretty good to me. All right, so I'm done with that one. All right, I'm ready to move on to the landscape. All right, use it to remove the magenta cast in the sky and make the grass green. So, color balance. All right, right click, clipping mask, and let's see. What slider? Is this slider making it better or worse? No, that's not really helping. Is it? I don't know. It sort of is, but it doesn't quite match. So I'm going to zero that out. Let's try this one. Oh, that one looks pretty good. I think that's the answer. And I'm done. All right, let's go on to the water. remove the greenish cast. So I'm going to get my yin yang, color balance. Okay, right click, clipping mask. And this time I'm going to remove the greenish by sliding the magenta slider that way. All right, trees. All right, I'm ready to move on to the next one, the trees right here. So again, yin yang, color balance, right click, clipping mask. And what does it say? Remove the pinkish cast. So I'm going to take the magenta slider, slide that over. Is that looking pretty good? Perfect. And then let me do the last one. Sorry, Mr. Harrop, I'm just recording the video, so it's going speedy.
Oh, sorry.
Create clipping mask. And what am I doing? Sunflowers right here. And let's see, that's my green slider. When I'm finished, I'm going to File, Save As. You're going to save on your student drive, and you have to say a copy, and we're going to do drop down to JPEG. Let me do that one more time for the video. File, Save As, put it on your student drive, not your laptop. Click this Save a Copy, and we're going to go to the JPEG. All right, and save. All right.